Hello, everyone. This is Sam from Stoke. I'm happy to be here to be able to walk through our integration for Adobe Analytics and Microsoft Dynamics. For any marketer who's a B2B marketer, the holy grail is always to be able to close the loop between the sales and the marketing data. We help a lot of companies to be able to achieve this over the years. If your company uses Adobe Analytics and Microsoft Dynamics, this integration is for you. And so I want to walk through and just show you all how easy this is to be able to accomplish. Let's go ahead and go through this right now. And we're going to start off in analysis workspaces. And so here we've got this report built. That's a page report, and it pulls in one of the off-the-shelf metrics out of Adobe Analytics, unique visitors, their sessions, and other types of out-of-the-box metrics that come with Adobe Analytics. Now, if you're a marketer in B2B, you also want to see, okay, for example, on this page, there's been 61 unique visitors that have come through. It'd be nice to know of those 61 unique visitors, how many of them went on to, fill out a form and then eventually become an MQL inside of Microsoft Dynamics. This is what this integration is going to help you to accomplish. And so let's go ahead and hop over to launch. You come into the extensions. Let's go to the catalog and look for our launch extension, AA plus Dynamics. And we'll go ahead and install that. This is simple by design. It's a one-step process. We can log into Microsoft Dynamics with the creds that we're going to use to be able to pull the data out of your Dynamics instance and then push that over into Adobe Analytics. I'm going to use this account. This has the proper creds with all the read permissions that I need. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And there it is. We'll go ahead and close out this screen. Oh, there's my welcome email. And congratulations on authenticating your Microsoft Dynamics creds. The launch portion is done, this is the key, this is the glue for the integration. This is now automatically going to pass the ECID on any form submission into your instance of Microsoft Dynamics onto the lead object or onto your intake object. Don't forget to press save. Okay, so now we're here in the integration tool itself, where you'll be working with our team. Our team will be walking you through this when you actually do the integration. But let me explain what's going on here. On the left, we've got our connection to the CRM that we just set up in launch to Dynamics. And then on the right here, this is where we put our Adobe Analytics credentials, and then you could designate which report suite that you'd like to integrate your Dynamics data into. So with these two set up now we've come to this middle section where this is where the magic happens. So let's say that you would like to, back in your workspace, if you wanted to see MQLs, right? That was the original question. How many of the 61 unique visitors eventually turned into an MQL? So we can go ahead and add a new conversion for MQLs. Let's call it MQL. And let's say that at my company, an MQL is defined as any lead that is converted into an opportunity. And so here's MQLs. And right here's where you designate, which entity you'd like to pull from. So here we've selected the leads entity out of my Dynamics instance. And we're going to set our criteria right here. So we're going to say MQL is any lead record that has a qualifying opportunity ID. We can just run a quick check to see how many records in our database meet that criteria. There's 3. That meet that criteria inside of our leads entity for our demo instance. And now let's go ahead and on the Adobe side, let's point where we're gonna send this data. So let's go ahead and send this over to event find one 989 and evar 93. Go ahead and save that out. And there you go. Let's go ahead and make this run on an automated basis every night at 1:05 a.m. Set up our notification emails. Go ahead and save that out. And that's really it. You go ahead and flip the switch. And bango, this integration is set up every night at 1:05 a.m. We're going to pull all of the leads records out of the leads entity that meet the criteria that we specified here. And we're going to point it into the event in Adobe Analytics and into that evar. So if we hop back over to Analysis Workspace, now we can come over here. We can see now that we have MQLs that are available in our metrics because we pointed it into that event inside the integration tool. And Let's go ahead and set this up. We'll give it some attribution. Because this is done at the ECID level, we could take full advantage of all of the attribution capabilities. So let's just go ahead and set that for last touch. Attribution, and there we go. Out of the 61 unique visitors that came from that came through this page, 10 of them eventually turned into an MQL at some point after, and the last touch was newskinstoke.com. And that's how the integration works for a marketer who's trying to figure out, you know, they know how much traffic their marketing campaigns are driving, but they just can't see further, you know, past the website. You know, this integration very quickly, in the amount of time it took us to go through today, you know, you'll be able to have this done and pumping data back into, you know, back into your analysis workspace. So this is awesome. And even though, you know, although we're pumping this back into Adobe Analytics and Analysis Workspace, this is, you know, we could also use this data in the rest of Experience Cloud, and including Audience Manager, Target, Advertising Cloud, because we're tying this at the ECID level. And so let me just show you a quick example. You know, we could create a segment if we wanted. You know, if we wanted to know every, you know, visitors who have MQL'd. And then we can go ahead and do this at the visitor level. You know, anywhere, you know, you'll see these metrics are still available for us to drop in. So MQL is greater than or equal to 1. And we go ahead and save that. And now you see this, make this an Experience Cloud audience. You know, this will be available in Target and in Audience Manager. Also, you know, in Advertising Cloud, this will be available as well as a transaction property. So you can build objectives in there as well. So a lot of things you can do with this data. You know, marketers who are always trying to look for the way that they can close the loop between their efforts and sales. You know, there's not just limited to MQL, but literally any conversion that you have inside of your Dynamics instance is fair game. And we could pull in further down the funnel. We could pull in closed deals. We could pull in closed revenue dollars itself. And so that's the flexibility of this integration. Even if you have that data on custom entities inside of your Dynamics, this integration can still handle that. It's simple, but very, very flexible and powerful. So that's our demo for today. We appreciate your time. And if any of you have any questions, if this sounds interesting, feel free to reach out to Nate or myself, Sam at the Stoke Group. And yeah, we'll be happy to talk to you and see how we can help you out.